So what's up guys, welcome to Python tutorial, and in this class we will be learning about classes. So I will say classes.py and I'll save this file on the desktop. And when it comes to the classes, Python is an object oriented programming language. Almost everything in the Python is an object with which has some properties and the methods. And when it comes to the class is like a constructor or a blueprint for creating an object. So now when I'm saying objects, a person is an object. When I'm considering a car is also an object. So when I'm considering anything as a object has properties. Okay, so now if I'm taking the example of a person has a property like the first name, last name, then the age, address, and these are some of the properties or the parameters of a person, and because of this reason I can consider person as a object. So now let me show you how to declare a class. I will say a class, and I will give the name as a person, and inside of this I will give two colons, and inside of this I will give the variable as a age. Okay, so I will give the age as 23, and now if suppose I want to access my class, I will say print, and I will give the person. I will save this and I will run this module. And as can be seen, name person is not defined. Okay, as of now we have not defined it, so because of which we are not getting anything. And if you are like printing the class name, you won't actually won't get anything. So now I will create an object of this person. Okay, so I will say p1, and I will say p1 is equal to person, and now I will come over here and I will give the printout. I will say p1 dot age. Okay, so now if I want to access the age of this person, first of all I've created the object which is p1, and now I want to access the age. I will say run module, and now I'll get the age as a 23. Now if suppose I'm coming over here and I am giving the name as another property, and I will give the my name only, and now I will give one more printout over here. I will copy this, and I will paste it over here. I will make use of the same object, but now I want to access the name. I will say name. I will save this and I will run this module, and now we'll get the age as 23 and name of that person. And now suppose I want to create second object, then I can do that as well. Now I will say object as p2, and if I'm just saving this and running this over again, now I'm getting the same output. Okay, so you can create n number of the objects of particular class. I have created the two objects which is p1 and p2. Okay, so these are the two objects which are created by me. Okay, so now let me just comment out this code, and now I'll be telling you guys about something known as the init function. Okay, all the classes have the function called init function, which is always executed when a class is being initiated. You can use the init function to assign the values to the object properties or other operations that are necessary to do when the object is being executed. And you can use this init function to assign values to, for name and properties. I mean, you can use this init function to assign values to the properties of a person or any object that you create. So first of all, let me just come over here, and I will say class person, and I will now define this init function. I will say define, then this is how we will be defining the init function. And first parameter that goes to this init function is self, then the parameters. Second parameter will be name, and then I will pass age over here. Then I will say self dot name is equal to a name, and I will say self dot age is equal to age. Okay, so these are two assignments what are done by me. And now I will create a object. I will say p1 is equal to person, and inside of this I will pass now two values. First is name, and second parameter that it will take is age. Okay, so over here what is going on actually is we are declaring a class named as person, and it got one function named as a init, and the first parameter is self, then the name and the age, and the name is passed from this to this position, and age is passed from this parameter value to this parameter. And after that, when I say self dot name is equal to name and self dot age is equal to age, the self parameter is a reference to the current instance of the class and is used to variables that belong to that class. Okay, so you can say at a given time, when time t is equal to 0, whatever value this name is having, it will be assigned to this, and whatever value this age is having, that value will be assigned to this. And we can make use of those values, because later on we can even change these values. Okay, so because of that, this is how this thing is going on. And now suppose I want to give a printout, then I will say p1 dot name over here, and I will give another printout, and I will say p1 dot age. I will save this, and I will run this module. Okay, so it says invalid syntax. There is some problem over here. Let's see. Okay, I have not put two colons. I will save this. And this is not intended, so basically this should start from over here. Okay, so I will cut this, I will come over here and I'll paste it over here. Indentation is highly important. I will save this, and now I will run the module. Okay, so now I'm getting the output as Akshay and 23, which is basically my name and age. And now suppose I want to change the values. Okay, so currently I have set person p1 is Akshay and age is 23, and after that I got this output which is Akshay 23, which is my age. Now what I'll do, I will change these variables. Okay, so I will come over here and I will say p1 dot name, and I will give the value as xg over here. And after that, let me just give a printout after making the changes. I will save this, and I will run. Okay, so as can be seen, when I give the printout of the name and the age, I'm getting the name and the age, which is Akshay and 23. Then I have changed the name of object p1 as akz, and again I have given the printout of a name and age, and after that I'm getting the name as akz and not as Akshay. Okay, so this is how you can change the property values over here. And even suppose I want to add the age, I will say p1 dot age is equal to 24. I will save this, and I will run this in the module. So now as can be seen, both the values have been changed over here. So previously it was Akshay and 23, now it has been changed to akz and 24. Okay, so this is how you can change the values. Now if suppose I want to delete this object p1, then I will come over here and I will say delete p1. Okay, and after that this object will be deleted. Now if suppose I want to give the printout of this first name name and the age after deleting, then I won't be getting the output. Okay, so I'll save this, I'll come over here and run the module. Okay, so first of all, let me just run this over again and show you the fresh output. Okay, so first of all, these two printouts will be given, which is p1 dot name and p1 dot age, which is Akshay and 23. After that, I have changed the value of name as akz and the age as 24, and I'm getting the output as akz and 24. Then I have deleted the object over here, and after deleting the object I have given the printout. And after deleting the object, that means object is no longer available, that means no name as a no age, and I'm still trying to access them, and because of which I'm getting this error which says name p1 is not defined, which is basically because I have deleted this object. Okay, so this is the concept of the classes, guys. This is how you can create a class, defined a person, I mean define an object, and object has a different properties and the methods, and this is how you can delete or modify your objects. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about classes.